Tomato growers in Kano State have lost over 2 billion naira worth of crops to Tuta absoluta, a pest which has ravaged tomato farms since 2016 in the north. But the farmers are now heaving a sigh of relief after years of grief caused by the leaf miner pest. And TVC News Kano correspondent Ibrahim Issa reports on the modalities laid down by both stakeholders and the farmers to mitigate the menace in the state.
It's a bright morning at Kadawa village, a rural community, one of the areas surrounded by tomato farmlands in Kano State. Kadawa is a town located at Garum Malam local government area of Kano State. The peak period of harvest of perishable crops approaches. At 10 a.m., Kaabu Mereke arrives his farm to inspect his tomato crops. The farm, like many others, looks green. But in the past, farmers here were hit by the disaster of Tuta absoluta, a leaf miner which kills plants. The pest, also known as Ebola, lays eggs, hatches them as caterpillars, which burrow into the leaves and stems of tomato crops. Mereke lost almost 80% of his crop to Tuta absoluta, which has spread across at least 15 African countries, including Nigeria. Mereke is now heaving a sigh of relief as he plants a new crop variety, Chibli and Padma, provided to him by the Agro-Processing, Productivity Enhancement and Livelihood Improvement Support Appeals Project, a 6-year project developed by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in collaboration with the World Bank and other stakeholders. The project aims at supporting the transition of small subsistence farmers' production system to a market-oriented agricultural undertaking. It also supports middle-sized farmers to address constraints facing them and enhancing their productivity as well as effective participation in the value chains. With the help of the Harmattan season also, the nature of the crops gives him hope as he looks forward to having a bumper harvest this year. Sincerely, what the pest did to our farms cannot be described. It has reached a stage that farmers cannot access their farms. The pest munched a whole farm in 7 days. The same strategy has been adopted in some tomato farmlands across Kadawa village. Tomato farmers here are also taking advantage of the cold season to grow their crops. They have adopted a new method of farming, placing urea, biopesticide, stocking, and the line plant spacing method of 2 to 3 feet apart on their plants, allowing the tomato leaves to sprout over the ground. In another village, the farmers are already subscribing to new ways of harrowing and weeding using modern techniques. Experts say the new strategies would help immensely in increasing yields.
Basic difference is increasing productivity, which is the primary objectives of this particular project. But we are not trying to improve productivity alone, or improve it in such a way that you have easy ways of farming operations with adoptions of improved technology systems.
We are promoting climate smart and nutrition sensitive technologies, and we are trying to see how we can bridge the gap between local practice and standard practice, and that was why all this while we are trying to see how we can find a source of an improved technology and see how we can effectively transfer that technology to our farmers.
Prices of vegetable crops like tomato are now relatively low compared to the recent past when the tomato Ebola pest was wreaking havoc in the farms. Muaz Haruna, one of the sellers on the roadside of Kadawa village, recounts his experience and hopes that the future of tomato production here is bright as new strategies are adopted to mitigate the effects of the pests. We are happy now that the pest is not active because of the cold season. The tomatoes we get now are the ones planted during the rainy season. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of United States, FAO, Nigeria is the second largest producer of tomato in Africa, competing with Egypt. Nigeria is the 13th largest tomato producer, with 2.3 million tons in 2016, accounting to a marginal contribution of 1.2% of the world's output in 2016. But the growers here have continued to sustain their age-long trade, despite the challenges of poor irrigation facilities, road network, and climate change. Before we follow a traditional way of getting our seeds, but now we have gotten a new variety, and it is yielding good results. The truth is we no longer encounter problems of pests. This new method introduced to them by experts with support of the government is giving them hope, wiping away their past memories. And in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, they remain hopeful that in 2021, more tomatoes will be produced to enhance food security in the country through the new method of farming introduced to them by the experts. Tomato farmers right here in Kadawa, one of the growing belts in Kano State, have put the financial losses they incurred in the past years to tuta absoluta. They are hopeful that in the coming years they would discover more ways of mitigating tomato Ebola, or Sharon as they call it, for them to keep enjoying from the dividends of tomato farming. Ibrahim Isa, TVC News, Kano.